Hello and welcome to this November 22nd, 2019 edition of Self-Awareness Without Judgment with Traci Trimble, PhD. My name is Traci and I'm a doctor of energy medicine. And what that means is that I work inside of the human bioenergetic field in the layers that surround us, our physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual, but also deep within the cellular memory. My expertise is in emotional and mental trauma that causes harm and suffering. I focus on depression, anxiety, acute stress, and chronic pain, but really anything that is non-beneficial energy that's having a physical, emotional, mental, or spiritual effect on you is where I come in. And my passion is teaching. And that's why we do this weekly show, anywhere between 20 and 30 minutes, to go through a topic of self-awareness without judgment, giving you the opportunity to learn, to share, and to heal. As always, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to me, Traci at tracitrimble.ca. Before we get started today, I'd like to thank my good friend Allison and her parents, Jonah and Rick, for gifting me this safe space to do my show today. We're talking about trust and faith from within. As human beings, having this experience called life, it's very often that we expect trust and faith to be earned. We look for outside evidence to prove that either we're worthy of the trust or something or someone else is worthy of the trust. I want to talk to you today about cultivating inner trust and faith and how important that is in bringing yourself back into both a physical alignment, but also a spiritual alignment. So I'd like to start with the dictionary definition that I found that I like the best. And when I say I like it the best, I mean it really resonated on a spiritual level, this definition. And it goes like this: trust is an assured reliance on the character, the ability, the strength, and or the truth of something or someone. I want to say that again. Reliance on the character, the ability and the strength or the truth of something or someone. When we have trust in something, it's because we believe in the character or the viability or the worth of that. But more than just the character comes the strength and the ability and or the truth. How is faith different? I think faith comes from simply being able to trust. So it's the next evolution of trust is faith. A complete trust and confidence in something. So to have trust and faith from within, what I'm suggesting is that we know who we want to be. We are learning to the best of our ability in any moment to be that person. Whether it's our physical characteristics, whether it's our emotional or mental capacity, whether it's our spiritual characteristics. We have trust in our own selves when we know that it is true that we are who we say we are, that we are who we actually want to be. Why is that such a big deal? Well, for starters, most of the time, when you've gone out of alignment and you've experienced pain or suffering in your life, confusion, discomfort, whether it's external or internal, it is because, 100% of the time, it is because you aren't being in your highest good. You aren't acting well, let's shift that. You aren't taking action. You aren't taking inaction. You aren't using thoughts, words, or feelings that are the best for you. Well, why is that? Mostly because we're not going within. We're going outside of our own selves, looking for proof or evidence from other people who haven't had our experiences, don't have our wisdom, aren't on the same purposefulness path as us to guide us. We're asking for other people's advice. When anyone else gives us advice, or even when we give someone else advice, it's not coming from anywhere other than their interpretation. So if you came to me and you asked my advice on what you should do in a particular situation, my evaluation is going to be coming from who I think you are, what I think from my interpretation would be the best, possibly for you, but possibly in a generic way of, well, that's right, or that's good, or that's better. When we go to others to make decisions for us, to ask advice, or to get clarity on what's next, we are not in a space of trust within our own capacity, within our own capabilities. There is not an assured reliance on our own character, on our own ability, on our own strengths, or our own truth. Why is that? It's because we don't currently have faith in the answer to those questions. What is my character? If I don't know who I want to be, and I'm not making effort on a daily basis to be her, then my ability to have faith and trust is lessened. If we keep looking for external evidence or proof, we're only going to find what we're willing to interpret. So if we're afraid and we're in the vibration of fear, what happens? We are attracted to other like energy, other fear energy. So if we're afraid to make the leap into this new relationship, this new job, this new way of living, this new way of being, and we are asking from a place of fear, we're going to get people responding from a place of fear. We're going to find fearful evidence. We're going to find doubt. So what's next? What's next for us? Learning to have faith in our own selves, in our true and authentic selves, in our highest good. What does that even mean, you can ask? What is my highest good? Your highest good is not a perception or an evaluation. It's a knowing. It's about cultivating the capacity to shut off all of the noise around you, to go in your heart, and to settle your mind so that you're not creating things, pushing them out, that you're receiving information, a sense of safety from within. It's about asking questions and feeling the response. Your highest good may not always be popular, and it may not always be pretty, but it is always moving you towards love, towards a higher vibration. It's healing. And believe me, sometimes healing, or that process of healing, is not always beautiful. Good, bad, beautiful, ugly, those are all perceptions. They're not knowing. Knowing is yes or no. If it's not a definite yes, then it's a no. If it's not a definite no, then it's a yes. So step back and hear that. It's not about the yes or the no. It's about the definiteness. Do you know inside of you that this person, place, thing, scene, situation, or scenario that you are about to embark in is in your highest good? Again, that doesn't mean that it's going to be simple. Actually, that's not true. That doesn't mean it isn't going to be easy. Things can be very, very hard, but they're simple. Things can be very easy, and that doesn't necessarily mean that they're for you, or they're not. We have to cultivate within us the capacity to trust our intuition. So how do we do that? Well, to start with, it's probably important to bring into your awareness some way in which you're capable of getting an answer that doesn't necessarily come right to you. I personally love body penduluming, actual dowsing, or using my fingers to pendulum. What does that mean? It means that if we trust energy, it cannot, nor will it, lie to us. And our body has the capacity to connect energetically to a truth. So when we ask a question, is this next step that I'm about to take, give some details, in my highest good, yes or no? For me, I like to use my fingers. I simply ask the energy between my fingers to guide me to the highest good without any judgment. When my fingers stop moving and lock, I ask, please show me yes. So for me today, yes is sliding through my fingers. Please show me no. No, my fingers are locking. This does take a little bit of trust to develop. Trust that the energy is neutral and it's guiding us to a yes or a no. Placing your hand on your heart center, where the energy of love is not only created, held, but also released, we can ask questions and we can have answers. But we have to develop trust. Although I believe that this little process is still going outside of us, it's starting to cultivate the capacity to go within. Have you ever been in that place where you just know? It doesn't mean you honor it, but you just know. And when you don't honor it, afterwards you're like, oh, I knew that. I shouldn't have done that, or I should have done that. That's what this is about. Cultivating the capacity to go within into a quiet space and to be guided. Many call in angels, archangels, guides, guardians, ascended masters. That's beautiful as well. As long as that you're trusting that that source of information is in the highest good. You are asking for the highest good. When we develop trust, again, an assured reliance on the character, the ability, the strength, and the truth of something or someone, then we are creating our own path. We're not being distracted by other known or unknown agendas. We are following our heart, our intuition, and we're asking our soul, the energy who is here on a mission, whose value points are wisdom and passive understanding, to do its job, to guide, teach, heal, and protect us, to learn the lessons that we come to this space and time to learn. But we are asking ego, that vibrant energy whose purposefulness is to navigate the outside world to protect us, to do its job as well. Ego, protect. Be out on the perimeter and clear the path. So soul can learn the wisdom. And then together with soul and ego in the body becomes our inner tuition. We know what our highest good is from inside, which means that we have cultivated a way of seeking direction that is without judgment, that is without hidden agenda. For me, putting myself in the state of inviting Reiki to protect me and going into meditation, I literally ask questions and I wait for the answer. And I take that information and then I look outside. I have the information. I know what it is I'm looking for. And then I can start paying attention to what's happening around me. I'm trusting that I have the information and now I can look for the direction. Where are the illuminations? Where are the coincidences? Where are the things that keep coming up in my awareness? Things people say, stuff I hear on the radio, books that I find, information that crosses my path multiple times. All of that is attracted to me because I know who I want to be. I've trusted my intuition to guide me, and now I'm looking for people, places, things, resources, and opportunities that light up. It doesn't always mean that light is taking me exactly to the destination, but it's taking me to all the places that I need to go to gather the tools so that when I'm at the destination, I'm ready to level up. I'm ready to become the next level of who I know that I'm meant to be. This is trust and faith from within. Are you ready to develop that trust in yourself? To release all of the other people, places, and things from the known or the unknown obligations, oaths, commitments, and responsibilities that you've connected them to? Are you willing to give freedom to others for your path? Are you willing to take your power back to be on your path? If the answer to that is yes, then this is where you start. This is the skill, the physical and the spiritual skill that you must cultivate. Trust and faith from within. I want to read you the definition yet again. I'm going to place it in a way that I'm taking an oath to myself. I, Traci Trimble, am committing to an assured reliance on my own character, my own ability, and my own strength or truth. I have complete trust and confidence in my higher self. Feel that. Feel the opportunity that you create for yourself when you trust beyond all doubt your own thoughts, your own emotions, your own words, your actions and your inactions. Imagine how powerful and empowered you are when trust and faith come from within. What do you need? An open mind, a little bit of time, and the commitment to sitting with your own self, asking questions, finding out who you are and who you want to be, developing that trust. But most of all, making the commitment to be trustworthy to yourself, to make sure that your thoughts, your words, your emotions, your actions and inactions are now and will always be in your highest good. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. Next Friday, which will also be at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, our topic is going to be developing our spiritual character. We're going to work on how we get to there. How do we get to be who we say we want to be? In our truth, we are indeed spiritual beings having a human experience. Then it stands to reason that we are here in this space and time to better ourselves, to learn, to share, to heal, and to grow. What better way to be on purpose than to commit to developing your spiritual character? Join me next Friday, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, as we talk about what your spiritual character is, how to develop it, and the benefits that will change your life for the better. Thank you so much and have an amazing week.